Right now on 13 Action News at 3, the stage is set and the countdown is on for the historic meeting between President Trump and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The two will be meeting one-on-one with only their interpreters present. ABC's Serena Marshall has the latest details.
A late-night stroll through Singapore. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un posing for selfies as he explored the city hosting the summit he and President Trump hope can lead to peace.
It's a one-time shot.
Even as President Trump says it's likely just the first step, he's publicly stated that he'll know the outcome within minutes of their intimate one-on-one sit-down.
Within the first minute, I'll know.
How?
My touch, my feel, that's what I do.
The administration maintains they won't settle for anything less than full denuclearization. And while the Secretary of State expects something to be signed following their meeting, there's more hard work ahead.
We are going to ensure that we set up a system sufficiently robust that we're able to verify these outcomes.
Kim hoping for a phased-out approach, but this tenuous step after years of provocation. Since taking power in 2011, Kim has tested more missiles than his father and grandfather combined, including one that could reach as far as New York or Washington. And North Korea's threat to target the U.S. had President Trump threatening to respond with fire and fury. Failure in the talks could mean North Korea ramps up their nuclear program. But the global recognition from this meeting, a big win for him back home.
The spigot has turned on for greater international engagement, economic, political, otherwise, that boosts Kim's legitimacy.
The only other American to meet with the reclusive leader face-to-face, also arriving in Singapore.
I guess the bigger thing is to worry about them, though. Seeing me right now. Thank you.
The one-on-one is officially underway at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. The two leaders meeting on the island of Sentosa, a word meaning peace. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
All right, but first, let's take a live look outside where the temperatures are reaching over 100 degrees, but that's just the beginning. Let's go over to 13 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brian Schofield. Hey, Brian.
Hey, well, I wish it were the ending. We wish we could just say that's it, but the temperatures you're feeling today, yeah, they'll be downright mild compared to what's coming. Excessive heat warning, this is stuff you take seriously. It was a watch, has been upgraded, and that's area-wide, not the upper elevations, not there, but definitely the lower elevations across the valley and really the majority of the county, as you can see, and even outside the valley into other areas like San Bernardino County and southern Nye County as well. Here's what we're experiencing right now. Low 100s, that's how we'll end off the day. Some areas still in the 90s. For tonight, it'll stay mild, but remember, all last week we were talking so much about wind. This week, it's all about the heat. I'll show you which neighborhoods get the hottest blast coming up in your 13 First Alert forecast just ahead.
All right, thanks, Brian. Well, happening later today, Metro will be giving some more information about an officer-involved shooting from over the weekend. This happened early Saturday morning near Blue Diamond in Valley View. Metro says a man was shot as he attempted to escape officers in a car. Police say this man was wanted in at least 8 robberies over the past 2 weeks. Metro says he was armed with a gun. Looking ahead now, tomorrow is National Die-In Day, a nationwide protest to end gun violence. Students here in Las Vegas will be gathering in front of City Hall. The die-ins will honor the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting on its 2nd anniversary, while calling on members of Congress to vote for legislation supporting gun reform. Well, if you're driving or walking in North Las Vegas today, make sure to be extra careful. North Las Vegas police are conducting a pedestrian safety event. They say they're targeting drivers who fail to yield to pedestrians and pedestrians who do not cross streets in a safe and legal way. We're getting new details on a fatal crash from this morning. This happened on Lake Mead near Mount Hood. Police say a driver ran a red light and hit another car. The driver of the impacted vehicle died on the scene. The other driver reportedly fled, but later surrendered to officers. Lake Mead was closed off for several hours between Mount Hood and Hollywood while officers investigated the crash. Those roads are just starting to open back up now.
I'm getting too old for this. Like I said, I'm like 56 years old and I'm just trying to survive.
People living in this homeless camp say they have nowhere else to go, but neighbors are getting sick of the mess. It's impossible to ignore the growing homeless issues in the valley. But could you be a part of the problem? 13 Action News reporter Marissa Kinniston spoke to Catholic Charities to find out the one thing that you can do to help.
Take a look at these cards. One of them is actually an informational card on where they can go to get help. The other one is a 24-hour bus pass. Just a simple change to how you give could help end an endless cycle like this one.
There's just stuff everywhere and people everywhere, and it's It's horrible. Like, it's sad.
We took a look into this camp near Charleston and Pecos and found police will kick people out, the county will clean it up, but the homeless will come back. So I talked with Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada about what can be done. They say it doesn't have to be this way.
Often they are creating an environment that enables people to stay outside.
They tell me homeless people usually return to a specific area because they have some sort of incentive, like people giving them money or food. That's why they say you should practice responsible giving. Give them bus passes instead of money, or provide them information on organizations like Catholic Charities. They say simple tricks like this could help push a homeless camp out of your neighborhood.
We want to bring them inside, get them off the street, get them access to services.
Marissa Kinniston, 13 Action News.
In North Las Vegas, a one-stop shop career center is hoping to make it easy to get a job. The center had its grand opening this morning at the Alexander Library. Through federal funding, the Career Center is able to offer valuable resources needed in a job search, including counseling, training, and even adult literacy programs. The center opens to the public on Wednesday. Well, this week is Monsoon Season Awareness Week, so what should you do if you get caught in rising water? Well, if you're in a vehicle, remember 1 foot of water is all that it takes to float most cars. Don't panic, release your seatbelt and roll down your window as your car becomes submerged. And if your body is swept away by floods, make sure you go over submerged items and not under. And a reminder for your home, flood insurance takes 30 days to take effect after you purchase it. Flash floods can occur in most places around the valley, so make sure you stay alert as that rain falls. An amazing rescue is all caught on camera. Take a look, a young boy pulling his friend to safety and a woman rushing to revive him. We hear from both of those heroes. And tomorrow is Election Day, everything you need to know ahead of the primaries. And remember, Chopper 13 is bringing you breaking news fast and first. We'll be right back. Looking ahead, primary election day is tomorrow. Voters will pick candidates in races for the U.S. Senate, the state's 4 U.S. House seats, governor, attorney general, and a number of other state and local races. 172 voting centers will be open around Clark County, and you can vote at any one of them regardless of where you live. And of course, count on KTNV to bring you full coverage and results. A man is recovering this afternoon after police say he was shot by a female acquaintance's boyfriend. The boyfriend reportedly kicked down the woman's door, making the man run to hide in the bathroom. The boyfriend did eventually find the man and knock down the door, shooting the man in the knee. This investigation is ongoing. More Amazon Prime members will be able to save extra cash at Whole Foods. The grocery chain is expanding its discounts for Prime members to 10 new states Wednesday and to all of its stores later this summer. Deals include an extra 10% off sale items and free 2-hour delivery in some areas. Well, evacuations are underway as a Colorado wildfire doubles in size overnight. How fire officials are attacking the rapidly growing blaze. And we finally know what that B stands for in IHOB, what this means for the future of IHOP. Thousands of people are out of their homes, forced to evacuate because of a wildfire in Colorado. The 416 fire, as it's being called, is now more than 22,000 acres and growing. ABC's Danya Backus has the latest.
Over the weekend,
this area is under mandatory evacuation.
Officials declaring a code red. More than 2,000 southwestern Colorado residents given just a little time.
Do we go this way?
Yep. Just head down that way, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm freaking out.
Nope, that's okay.
Thank you.
To pack up and leave. The 416 fire in Durango exploding over the weekend, doubling in size. Windy conditions providing a perfect setup to fuel the flames. Huge plumes of smoke taking over the sky. The firefight happening from the air with planes dropping fire retardant and helicopters doing water drops. More than 800 firefighters working to get the fire under control.
It's scary for the fact of we don't know how long it's going to last.
Officials say flames have come within feet of homes, but as of Monday, no structures have been damaged or lost.
And officials say the fire danger is decreasing as cooler temperatures and less wind move into the area. No word on when those evacuation orders will be lifted. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, well, some sound effects at the Bonnaroo Music Festival in Tennessee on Saturday startled fans. Take a listen. Eminem was performing his song Kill You when those loud blast sounds were mistaken by some audience members as gunshots. Several attendees ducked and ran for cover. The rapper's spokesperson says gunshot sounds are not used in the show. The loud boom was the result of a pyrotechnic concussion. Some members of the audience say they're extra vigilant, especially in light of events like 1 October here in Las Vegas. According to a new study, financial health starts early. Experts recommend parents get creative when having conversations about concepts like saving money and making money and compounding interest when passing on wisdom to their children. Experts say if kids can experience what these things look like and feel when they're young, they're more likely to be set up for success in the future. A dramatic rescue at the pool is all caught on camera. A 12-year-old nearly drowning, pulled to safety by his friend and then revived by a neighbor. ABC's Ariel Reshef has this amazing story.
Chilling surveillance video from this Minnesota apartment complex swimming pool capturing the moment a 12-year-old boy was narrowly saved from the brink of tragedy when he slipped under the water.
There were 6 people and I looked around and there's 5.
Watch as 13-year-old Cody, just 80 pounds, dives in, spotting his friend Evan unconscious in the deep end, summoning superhero strength to scoop him from the bottom of the pool.
I hold him around the waist, put his head over my shoulder, and I just carried him like that.
Desiree Pasco, who usually uses a walker or wheelchair, mustering every ounce of strength to help pull Evan out of the water.
He was so tiny in that moment, and he was blue, and he was cold.
She instantly starts CPR, and within seconds, a miracle.
Watching a child go from totally blue to a little tiny bit of pink is a rewarding feeling.
This morning, Evan is on the mend, grateful for another chance.
Who need a hero? You need a hero.
And for the 2 new heroes in his life.
It changed like how I saw life as it is, and it's more fragile than I thought. They're definitely my heroes because without Cody and Des, I wouldn't be alive.
Amazing story there. That was Ariel Reshef reporting. All right, well, the mystery has been revealed. Last week, IHOP tweeted out that it was changing its name to IHOB. And of course, it went viral on social media. Everyone was trying to guess what that B would stand for, throwing out everything from maybe biscuits to bacon. But we were all wrong. The B actually stands for burgers. The restaurant said the name change is only a temporary marketing campaign. IHOP wants to be known as a place for lunch and dinner too, and not just be pigeonholed as breakfast and brunch.
And the pancake burger's not too far off. You know that. That doesn't sound so bad. They put donuts on it. Anyway, all right, take a look. See what's brewing out there. Okay, so we've got heat today. It's all about wind last week. This time around, all about the heat. And we're not kidding around. The hottest temperatures of the year so far. So it makes sense that we're talking about an excessive heat warning now, not even a watch, because we know those temperatures are going to get here. And even if officially we don't hit it, we certainly will in several areas surrounding our valley, or even within the valley. Folks in Henderson, Anthem, Seven Hills. We don't forget about you folks there, that's for sure. So right now we're in the 90s. We're going to drop off in the low 100s. I'm just going to throw down and just give it to you. You don't have to wait till the end of the forecast for this. But we do have a little cool down on the way too, so you'll want to wait for that one. But either way, so tomorrow will be at 107 degrees. Can this time of year temperatures shoot up that quickly from low 100s today? Of course they can, and they will. 108 would be our hottest temperature of the year. We've already hit 107. We've done that. We hit 105 a couple of times too. 106 by Thursday, dropping down from there. I'm thankful to be able to say that. Really happy about that. But that also means added cloud cover and maybe even a dash of rain. Dash of rain would be your first alert, but the heat is too intense. That's our first alert. An allergy forecast I think we can live with. That kind of puts things into perspective. Let me show you what's interesting, what will also affect our weather. You don't think that hurricanes do, because we always hear about them so far down to the south, which Hurricane Bud is right now. Closer in, you can see that's a big storm. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. That's a pretty well-defined eye, so it has a lot of things going for it, but the one thing it really has going for it that we will likely encounter is just the moisture, not the strong wind from it, but the moisture. Watch its track and watch how the moisture gets here before it does as it's spinning all of that up. And this is the really the bowling alley right there, the Gulf of California. As it starts to send a surge up there, that's what makes a difference in our weather. And as meteorologists, that's what we follow very closely. Wednesday's too far off. It's a Cat 1. But see how the moisture ahead of it's already slipping in with this computer model? Now watch it for that's Thursday. Watch it for Friday as it really gives us a dose. That's when you'll see an increase in the cloud cover on Friday and maybe a shot of some showers. But I think the best shot at showers will definitely be east as this really starts to move on shore. You can see mostly Albuquerque, El Paso, probably parts of Arizona as well, but we keep that moisture in. So at very least it will be sticky, and at most we might even get more than just some cloud cover out of it. Right now I'm keeping the clouds in, and that's the way it's going to stay. The chances for us to get a shower, not great yet, but I'm hoping that improves to cool things down, but will likely cool things down anyway as we break the back of high pressure. That's some intense heat. Finally seeing those 90s, at least those return for the weekend. So I'm saying a really good weekend ahead and really a really good start to early next week. Father's Day shows up with a middle 90s, and you can't beat that. All right, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brian. Well, up next, if you love Starbucks, you now have a new way to get your favorite drinks for free. The new loyalty program that's the first of its kind. You're watching 13 Action News, where you get breaking news fast and first. Stay with us. A community is in shock after a woman was killed by an alligator while walking her dog in Florida. ABC's Gio Benitez has the latest details.
This is a popular nature park here in Davie, Florida. People come here to walk, run, do outdoor yoga, but right now it is still closed off as officials investigate, and right there, a small memorial for the woman who died. Now we have a photo of this 12-foot, 6-inch alligator. It was pulled from this Florida lake over the weekend after authorities say it attacked and killed 47-year-old Shizuka Matsuki while she was walking her dogs. Now authorities say that she was first spotted with her dogs at this park, but a short time later her dogs were left wandering alone. And residents who live in Matsuki's gated community say she took her dogs for a walk here a few miles away from home because 2 days earlier a neighbor found a large alligator on her porch. Shortly after, the Homeowners Association actually sent out a notice warning residents about that alligator, warning them to be careful. Now residents here, we're told, actually complained about alligators before and traps were set hoping to catch them. The city had set those traps, but clearly this gator eluded those traps. Gio Benitez, ABC News, Davie, Florida.
All right, coffee lovers, well, you now have a new way to get some free Starbucks. The Starbucks Rewards Visa prepaid card is now available. Starbucks and Chase Bank made the announcement Monday. It's the first prepaid or debit product to be integrated directly into the Starbucks loyalty program, and you can earn points for purchases even made outside of Starbucks. Starbucks customers automatically receive gold status and earn stars and rewards for free food and beverages. There are no monthly, annual, or reload fees. Right now, we're working on some all-new stories for 13 Action News Live at 3:30.